Yo, what's good? Uh, you might be wondering, what the are you doing with this? With all of these? Well, recently, as you guys know, I've been getting noticed by a lot of semi-popular to popular content creators. Now, you might have noticed that the only content creators currently that are big or kind of big or underrated but big or should be big type she that have noticed me are therian or furry content creators. I'm sorry if you hear barking. That's my grandmother's dog. Be quiet! Anyways, I decided I'd go ahead and just make more content related to furry slash therian stuff because look, the only honest reason I'm not really gonna start doing therian stuff anytime soon, I want to mention I do eventually want to become a therian. It's I know I had a whole freaking list on a community post, but ignore all of that. You can be a little bit overweight. I'm only a little bit overweight. That overweight thing and me not wanting to do exercise, if it's only like 2 times per each week, then I don't care about the exercise part. It's okay if I'm a little bit overweight, and as long as I'm sneaky about it, then I can be okay with my parents and that whole thing. And I'm comfortable with doing it. And I have some confidence in myself. Not a lot, but some. Enough to do it. But basically, this whole thing about having to find a place to record, there are 3 places in total. The inside just doesn't have any room to record. The front yard, it faces like all of the neighbors and everything, and it's just too scary for me to record out there. Plus, there's windows where my parents can see me. Though there's also the same thing on the backyard. There's 2 separate sides. One side for the dogs and one side is the pool. The pool doesn't have any room, just like inside. Plus, inside, my parents can also hear me and see me easily. As for the other side, that's where the dogs do their business. If it weren't for the fact that they do their business there, then I'd honestly do a couple of things related to therian. If I could actually set up and record greatly enough. Okay, I've yapped for about around 2 minutes. Let's get to the main thing of this video. So, today, since you can clearly tell I have the mask on, even though this isn't a therian mask, though I will be getting one soon. I already bought one, just waiting for it to come from Etsy. It still costs a lot, so I know it's not a scam. Anyways, yeah, and also it's all 5-star reviews. Anyways, so I know I'm not getting scammed. Basically, I decided I'd go over the 1, 2, 3, 4 tails that I currently have. Technically speaking, it should be 5, but I'll explain that with the first tail. I just wanted to have this on for temporarily. I'm going to take that off because I cannot see crap and my glasses are fogging up. I would have been doing this outside. Technically, I am. You can see a little bit over there. But, like, I'm under the garage's protection because it said there's some automatic chance of it thundering and storming. So if that starts, then I'll be under the protection of the garage at least. But I still wanted to record this outside. I want to mention I'm sleep deprived as frick, or fluff. So if this video is kind of weird, then that's why. And usually I yap a lot whenever I'm sleep deprived as frick. Okay, this has been 4 minutes of me yapping. Now time to yap about my tails. I will be going in order. I will also be putting all of them on, except for one of them. In fact, let's start off with that one that I can't put on. So, this is the first one. This is a raccoon's tail. The story behind this one is, it is the oldest tail I currently have. I got 2 tails. I think like a white and black one, so like a skunk tail or something like that. It was something like that. And then this brown and dark brown raccoon tail. I lost the other one, which looked more epic, at the place that it was at. And then I got this one too along with that one. Basically, in 2023 summer, I went to a week-long scout camp, because I do Boy Scouts for anyone who doesn't know. Sorry, So basically, I went to North Carolina, Camp Daniel Boone, all the way there, and did a week-long camp. They had a little shop set up where we had to climb all the way up there, and oh my god, my legs were in pain. Like, really, the only thing keeping me from my legs just turning to dust was, like, the one pain medication we had there. Anyways, I bought this along with another thing. I was gonna buy, like, a fake shotgun that they had there, but they was already either sold out or I just didn't have enough. I heard something. Something other than the dog. Anyways, so this is my earliest tale. Oh, crap. This is my earliest tale. I can't really put it on, so. Woo. Okay, I need to do this quickly. Next tale, quickly, because, like... Wait, which thing? Okay, yeah, this one. Okay, this big freaking tail. I need to do this quick, though. So this is the black cat tail. It goes along with this mask. Basically, 2023 Halloween. So it was in the same year as the raccoon tail. This black cat tail, big freaking thing. I bought it at a Spirit Halloween for a cat costume, for a Cat Grim Reaper costume for my Halloween costume. For that year of 2023. I also did it because I wanted to get some furry-related stuff, though I didn't realize I already had that. But this was my first wearable furry stuff. Let me go ahead and just really quickly put it on for an example. This is kind of what it looks like. Yeah, wiggle, 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 wiggle. So yeah, that's what that looks like. Let me just quickly snap that back on. And then we move on to the second to most recent one. Not most recent, but second most recent. This is a Mardi Gras themed tail that last year, during 2024 summer, I went on a week-long trip with my best friend. You guys may have seen him in a couple of videos. He's also Trashy Games for Real, or Sad Cheese in Season 2 of my Object Show Camp, A&Os, and then Season 3, or AK Soe of my Object Show Camp, he was Happy Cheese, because he won the last season, then he turned from sad to happy. But basically, I saw this Mardi Gras themed tail while I was with him and my parents, because we were going to, like, little shops all around the place. It was a week to Tahoe, by the way, sorry. And I saw it, and I was like, yeah, I want to get it. And it was cool. So, yeah, I really like the colors, and let me just... By the way, this one, unlike the black cat tail, isn't really, like, its main use isn't like, oh, I can put it on and become a furry. That isn't the main use for this one. The main use for this one is, like, decorative purposes, but it can also serve as, you know, a freaking furry-related, oh, there's somebody over there. It can also serve as a freaking furry-related item. Okay. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Okay. Gotta do this quickly. One more tail left. This one is kind of annoying, but also I like it still. This is basically what I like to call a femboy tail. Yeah. So for anyone who doesn't know, I used to be a furry femboy. I still like to dress up in femboy clothing, even though I'm a transgender girl now. But I got this from Femboy Clothing Store this year, during 2025, like a couple of months ago, like 1 month to 3 months ago. And this thing right here, which is how you attach it, accidentally popped out from this when some freaking student walked by me somehow during school, because I had this on during school. So, let me put it on really quick. This is going to be so painful. It's like a sharp prick thing, so I need to be careful when I put this thing on. I haven't put this thing on in some time, so excuse me just a second if I accidentally am in pain. I just need a second. Almost there. There we go. Shake it around. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. It also has a little bell on it, as you can clearly see, with a little bow. So yeah, and it's a pink cat femboy tail. What did that bird say? No. Thought it said something bad. Anyways. Okay, let me just... Yeah. I guess there's also this, which I kind of showed at the beginning of the video, but, you know, it's like this, you know, all of that. It's a black cat mask, and it came along with the freaking black cat tail. Anyways, before this crap doesn't end up recording, I'm gonna say goodbye-bye. So, goodbye-bye before the storage ends up being too full. Goodbye-bye.